Up here in Round Valley, Challis, Idaho, I'd be remiss not to be sharing some reporting from here. Quarterly update, here we go now. The condo market, posing a trend that would not surprise any of us. Inventory is actually up, so comparatively speaking, I'd argue that is not the culprit of why sales are down 49% in the first quarter. On the other hand, the average sale price for condos in that market is down 9%. Most noticeably, 16% in Ketchum and 20% in Warm Springs. So value coming back to those parts of the area. Single family home had a lack of new inventory, so not a lot of new stuff came to the market in the first quarter, and that could be the case for lack of sales in that department. As a whole, volume's down 25%, yet the average price point's up 16%. Bellevue's average price climbed 42%, and that actually makes a lot of sense because typically affordability improves the further south you go. So that's just a reflection of demand. Continue going south and buying more, yada, 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 lack of inventory, price goes up. Elkhorn down 52%. No surprise there. They were the anomaly of 2022. So for them, you know, what goes up must go down, to paraphrase Sir Isaac Newton. As you can imagine, selling land in the winter months is already a little bit of a challenge. So that portion of the market was down 81%. It probably shouldn't come, 81% in volume that is. That shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. There's 134 total parcels available versus 149 last year, so there's a lot out there. And kind of like in the single family homes, not a whole lot of new vacant land parcels coming to the market in the first quarter, so that also, I think, had something to do with sales being down. Mid-Valley actually had an uptick in inventories. In our MLS, the other part that's having the most amount of inventory going up is other Idaho. So basically anything outside of Blaine County. Good news for buyers. Average price points down 42% and selling at 89% of asking. So there's some discounts to be had. Farm and Ranch had 4 total sales. It only amounted to about $6.5 million bucks, so there's 4 smaller parcels, and it doesn't take a whole lot of forecasting to know that that part of the market definitely starts selling as soon as the months get warmer. In a closing thought, we know that middle of April was kind of the cutoff last year, where the market went from the kind of pandemic trends to post-pandemic trends, and we had some kind of things up in the air in our economics. I would argue when we get to the next quarter and we start looking at month over in the future here, we'll start to get more of an understanding. But we do know the market is slower this year, experiencing some higher prices this year. So, you know, we'll just see how this thing just kicks down the road.